How are you doing today? Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate it. Let me know if you can hear me and see me all right. I'm broadcasting live from the Villa Marbella neighborhood. For those new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tim. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me and see me. Actually, not see me, but at least hear me. I'll give the live stream a few minutes to come together. It's a beautiful day in Florida. What are you waiting for? When are you going to move to the villages? Let me know in the comments if you can see me, if the live stream is broadcasting in landscape mode. I'll give it a few minutes to let everybody come together. I forgot a piece of paper. Let me go back and get a piece of paper. I have notes about the Villa Marbella. I want to get my note paper. Welcome to the Villa Marbella neighborhood. This is the Cordoba Postal and Recreation Center. I will give you a tour of this beautiful facility here in a minute. I just need to get organized. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Those are pickleball courts right there, and they are playing pickleball already. It is 9:30 in the morning here in the villages on a Sunday morning. Here's my cheat sheet. That is my paper that I need to talk about the Villa Marbella neighborhood today. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me or see me. If it's being broadcast in landscape mode, I would appreciate it. Excuse me. Here I am walking through the Villa Marbella neighborhood. I did go to the village's website this morning. I see that 11 of these homes are now pending. So essentially they sold 11 homes. The sales agent originally told me they were going to list 12 homes for sale on Friday. Friday at 8 a.m. they were going to list 12 homes. But I see on the website this morning, only 11 homes are pending. I have a feeling they only listed 11 homes. I think maybe one of the homes they were going to list wasn't ready for sale. Here I am on Cadiz Terrace. I'll take you on a little walk around the Cordoba Postal and Recreation Center. What you have right here is a family swimming pool. And they're all walking distance to these beautiful Courtyard Villa homes. Tilt wall construction. Happy Sunday, everyone. I want to show you what the family swimming pool looks like. Hopefully there's nobody in here. And guess what? There is nobody in here. Hello, Kelly. Yes, you hear the pickleball courts right there. Right there are the pickleball courts. And right there are your Courtyard villas right behind that wall. The first home there is adjacent to Morse Boulevard. The second home is a Durham model. The first home is a Charlotte. And then you have this family swimming pool right here, beautiful. And then you have the pickleball courts. I'm thinking that if you buy one of these homes on this side of the Villa Marbella, you are going to hear pickleball courts. Look at these new swimming pools. These are new concepts, new designs. Several years ago, they started building swimming pools that look more like a resort type pool. They have nice shapes, nice curves. In the older section of the villages, most of your swimming pools are rectangular. But nowadays, they're building them to look more like a resort. This swimming pool is new, fairly new, built in the last couple of years. And for those new to the channel, this is the former site of the Hacienda Hills Country Club. The developer demolished it, built 24 new Courtyard villas, built this new swimming pool, put in a new postal center, put in new pickleball courts. So I wanted to give you an idea of what these swimming pools look like. This is a family swimming pool. So visitors and their children can come here if they have a pass. You do need a pass. And here are your family swimming pool rules. 7:30 to dusk. Enjoy at your own risk. You have to have a resident ID card. Guests under 19 must be accompanied by somebody 19 years of age or older. And each swimming pool has a recreation equipment room. Right here, recreation equipment. So they do provide some minimal equipment that you can use if you're a guest or a resident. They have some small equipment items in that room. I'm not even sure what's inside there. They have not a lot. Looks like they have a beach ball in there. But a lot of times if you lose something at the pool, they will take that item and they will put it in that storage room. So if you lose anything, you forget a towel, and you come back later, go inside that storage equipment room. Most likely that item will be in there. I lost several things already. And a few hours later, I would go back to the pool and look in that room, and sure enough, it was magically on one of the storage shelves in that room. So that's a little hidden secret if you're not a resident of the villages. It's something nice to know. And there are your pickleball courts. And at this rec center, there's 2 pickleball courts. But at most rec centers, there's usually 4 pickleball courts. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. I do appreciate it. So they are playing pickleball pretty early. You can see they have long sleeve sweaters on. It is early morning Sunday. It is cool. I woke up today. It was 42 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Don't let the sunshine fool you. It is chilly. It's going to warm up today, though. It's been really cold the last 2 weeks or so here in central Florida. At least by our standards, it's been called. Let me know in the comments below if you're a subscriber or not, really. If you're lucky enough to have been awarded the opportunity to purchase one of these 24 Courtyard Villa homes, let me know in the comments below. I certainly would like to know if any of my subscribers purchased one of these homes. Like I said before, I visited the village's website this morning, and I see that there are 11 of these 24 Courtyard Villa homes shown as pending. And I was originally told they were going to list for sale 12 homes on Friday. So I think tomorrow they're going to list some more homes for sale. I don't know how many. Look at the live oak trees. Beautiful. For those new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tim. I do villages related content. This is a park. That is a championship golf course. That is Hacienda Hills Championship Golf Course. This is a park that's adjacent to the Cordoba Rec Center. Some of these old oak trees are really old, really mature trees. That is the postal center right there. So how the postal center works is you go there and you open up the box and you get your mail. If you have a package that's larger than the mailbox you have, they put a key in your mailbox, and they have larger boxes right below, and they'll put the package in the large box, and you take the key out of your mailbox and it has a number on it. You go to the large box, you open it up, and you get your package out. That's if the U.S. Postal Service delivers your package. They do have Amazon and UPS delivery services in the villages. They deliver right to your home. But if you get a USPS, United States Postal Service package, if it's too large, they put it in one of those larger boxes that are on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, let's take a walk behind these Courtyard Villas and see if there's anything going on behind them. Welcome to my live stream. I am broadcasting live from the Villa Marbella neighborhood. These are the 24 new Courtyard Villas, developer built and listed for sale. At least 11 of the homes have been listed and essentially sold already. It's early Sunday morning. This is the backside of these homes. And I believe tomorrow, Monday, they're going to list more of these homes for sale. 11 of the 24 have been listed as pending. That means 13 homes are still for sale, I believe. And tomorrow, I believe they're going to list some more. I don't know how many they're going to list. That is the Hacienda Hills Championship Golf Course right there. I hear something going on in front of us. We're going to find out what it is. Sounds like a power washer to me. Yeah, they're power washing this house. Yeah, they're power washing inside the lanai. There's a contractor power washing. Making the home spick and span clean. This is a Charlotte model. The one he's cleaning is a Winslow model. This is also a Charlotte model. You can go to the website now, the Village's website, and you'll see 11 homes listed as pending. Thank you for taking us journey. I feel like on a Sunday morning jaunt in the Villages. Thank you, Kelly Jackson. What part of the country are you from, Kelly Jackson? Let me know. That's kind of what my channel is about. My channel is boots on the ground YouTuber. I want my subscribers to feel like they're here. I'm not big into doing studio editing and making pretty videos because it doesn't feel like you're here. If you noticed, if you watched my content, the content is kind of raw footage. Hi, AJ. My content is kind of raw footage. And that's intended that way to make you feel like you're living here, like you're walking next to me. I feel the Terre Haute, Indiana, and I are 63 months from retirement. Welcome from Terre Haute, Indiana. Fellow Midwesterner, I grew up in Wisconsin. This home here has a swimming pool. This is a chipping and putting green right here. That is a championship golf course there. That is the Hacienda Hills Championship Golf Course. All these model homes that are facing the golf course are Winslow models, except for two of them. Two of them are Charlotte models. If you're new to the Villages, the Winslow model is a little larger home. I believe they're 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom homes. The Charlotte home is a mid-sized home, I would describe it as. And all these homes are tilt wall constructed. And for those of you new to the Villages, tilt wall construction is the developer makes the concrete walls in a factory in the southern part of the Villages, and then they transport those walls to the location and they lift the walls into place using a crane. I do have several videos on these homes. I think I started the video series of this Villa Marbella neighborhood probably 2 months ago. And if you look at the very first video, you will see them lifting concrete walls into place. So I'd recommend you check that video out from about 2 months ago, so you have a better understanding of how they manufacture these tilt wall courtyard villas. And this is what separates the Villages from a lot of places. Stormwater drainage. even on the golf courses. And they have stormwater drainage in the backyards of these Courtyard villas. That's why there's very little or no flooding in the villages when hurricanes come. Here's another Winslow Mall. All these homes are built on the former site of the Hacienda Hills Country Club that was demolished by the developer. There's lights on in the kitchen of that home. Somebody forgot to turn the lights off. So they demolished the country club and they replaced it with this golf club. And this is nothing more than a starter shack, and there's a small retail store in there. You can buy golf equipment. And I did talk to a couple of residents that live in the area, and they say they miss the country club. They miss the opportunity to go to a nice restaurant, have a good dinner, good meal. Look at the sandhill cranes walking on the golf course. Walter, keep up excellent reviews, so thank you. Good morning, Walter. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos that I'm producing that you like the most. Do you like the open house videos? Do you like the walk and talks? What do you like the most? You can see the sandhill cranes. Look at it. Let's zoom in on the cranes. You see a lot of those cranes all over the villages, even in the residential neighborhoods. Oh, Walter, welcome. 3 days. Yes, Walter, I did have somebody. I did run into a gentleman here when I was doing one of these videos about 2 weeks ago. And he said the same thing. He said that he would not live on a golf course because of too much noise, too much traffic. And you got to keep in mind the golf cart path runs right behind some of these homes. And in some of the homes, the golf cart path is right outside your lanai. So I would tend to agree with that. I don't think living on a golf course is the best thing. I would rather live on a retention pond, to be honest with you. And here's the Hacienda Hills Golf Club. It's a much smaller version. You cannot buy food in there. It's just a small retail store. But this is all new, built in the last couple of years. I think these are the prettiest bushes in the villages right here. You see that purple bush? Sorry, I didn't see that last comment, Walter. They disappear off my screen, which is so annoying. Can anybody tell me what kind of bush that is? You will not see that bush in the northern part of the United States. You only see that bush in a tropical climate. Let me know what kind of bush that is. Let's see if you know your tropical climate bushes. Walking around. I'll walk around the entire neighborhood. So directly adjacent to the Villa Marbella neighborhood is the Hacienda Golf Club. They also have this maintenance building here. And right on the other side of the wall from the maintenance building is a Courtyard villa that's for sale. So right on the other side of that white fence, that's the Villa Marbella neighborhood. And here's a maintenance building. And there you have, looks like they have fuel tanks over there. So just be Just know your surroundings when you're buying homes in the villages. I think that is my advice. Before you buy a home in the villages, make sure it looks beautiful there. Thank you. I wish those comments would not disappear off my screen. So my advice is when you're building homes in the villages, when you're buying a home, look at the map. Look at what's around you. I know a lot of people in the south that are buying homes in the south, at least a couple of years ago. Some of those people are regretting it because they bought a home too close to the turnpike and they have turnpike noise. So my advice is to, when you buy a home, whether it's pre-owned or new, look at your maps, look at what's around you. Make sure you're comfortable with the things that are going on around you. The Villages is a big city. I know people think it's a quiet retirement community, but it's anything but quiet. That is my advice to anybody buying in the Villages. Know your surroundings. This is Morse Boulevard. There's a vacant field behind there. And these Courtyard villas, most of these Courtyard villas, have a concrete wall adjacent right to Morse Boulevard. Morse Boulevard is one of the major roads that runs north and south in the Villages. These are the Courtyard villas. That red roof building, that's the maintenance building. Just to give you perspective, the red roof is a maintenance building. The next building over is a Courtyard villa that is for sale. And there you have a large concrete wall separating them. I was in these homes the other day. I was taking a tour through them. And in the back of the yard, that concrete wall looks really, really tall. And I didn't hear much of this Morse Boulevard noise, to be honest with you. But when you're standing in the backyard, yeah, I agree, Walter. The salespeople are really pushing hard. But really, it's up to the buyer, to the, l'assiette caviar, whatever that term is. Let the buyer beware. And I just spoke to one of my subscribers yesterday. I was doing a video in Well Point yesterday. And I ran into one of my subscribers, and he purchased a new home, in the village of Citrus Grove a year or two ago. And he pretty much said the same thing. They pushed hard. He said he drank the Kool-Aid. He bought into what they were saying. And now he's in Citrus Grove and he's telling me that, yes, I know, Walter. That's why, Walter, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you want to buy a pre-owned home, I think you can get good value by working with a pre-owned home that's listed by the Villages. There's a lot of pre-owned homes listed by the Villages real estate company, and because they want nothing to do with pre-owned homes, I think you can get good pricing. If I was interested in buying a pre-owned home, I would consider working with a Villages representative on a listing that was listed with the VLS, Villages Listing Service, because I think they're pretty aggressive on pricing. I think they will be more willing to give you a good deal on a pre-owned home because they want to get those out of their inventory and they want to sell you a new one. Yeah, well, Walter, the thing with the Villages real estate agents is they specialize. You have an agent that specializes in new homes, and you have agents that specialize in pre-owned homes. You might have been working with an agent that specializes in new homes. Yeah, numerous excuses. Yes. I do know, though, that the Village's real estate agents are set up as pre-owned agents and new home sales agents. Very seldom do they cross over. In fact, 3 years ago, I was working with Village's real estate agents. It was him and her. It was a married couple. He specialized in pre-owned and she specialized in new homes. Because I was looking at new homes and she said, okay, I can help you with that. And then I said, what about pre-owned homes? And she said, oh, I'll have my husband help you with those because I specialize in new homes. I know they have that business model. And it's kind of frustrating as a buyer to work with two different agents. So I ended up buying my own home, a pre-owned home from a private party. I did a lifestyle stay in the year 2021 in the Christopher Villas. And I just did a video about the Christopher Villas yesterday, and I released it yesterday. Here we are walking into the Villa Marbella neighborhood. And what was the story I was going to say? The story was about, I bought my pre-owned home from a private party. So I did a lifestyle stay in 2021 at the Christopher Villas. And then I took the electric golf cart that they loaned me. And I drove to the northern part of the Villages. And then the electricity ran out and I got stranded. And that's the reason I'll never buy an electric golf cart, by the way, friends. I did buy a Yamaha gas golf cart. But I found a pre-owned home here in the northern part of the Villages. Private party. And I bought it. That's how I got around dealing with listing agents and Villages and MLS and all of that. It was actually a pretty painless process. It was an investor. I would never buy an electric golf car, Walter, I'm just telling you. My motto is if any vehicle that I own gets me stranded, I get rid of it. I don't ask questions. So that electric golf car they loaned me left me stranded, and I'll never buy another electric golf car. I'm old-fashioned that way. I'm not really a tree hugger kind of guy. I don't understand electric. I understand that if you put gas in a car, how old is the neighborhood? Well, it's brand new. They started building homes about 6 months ago or 8 months ago. So it's brand new. It's a brand new neighborhood. This is the former site of the Hacienda Hills Country Club. I think 2 years ago, the developer decided to demolish the country club because it was old and worn out and worn down and required too much to maintain it and upgrade it. So they tore it down, they demolished it. And then the developer didn't know what to do with this land. At one point, the developer was thinking about putting apartments in here. And once the local residents caught wind of that idea, they appealed, they voiced their opinion. They did not want apartments to be here. So the developer decided to put 24 new Courtyard villas on this property. So these Courtyard villas, I do have a video from about 2 months ago. And I'm showing you them constructing these big green box. Oh, these are utilities. Those are utilities right there. Electrical utilities. I think that box there might be DFW. That might be your in-ground irrigation system. You'll see occasionally, you'll see contractors, utility people. It could be internet, it could be electricity. I think this big, that one there is electricity. Yeah, I think behind these homes you'll see the big green boxes. Like this one right here is a big green box. That's electricity. I know a lot of developers, at least in the north where I come from, they try to put these big green boxes in the backs of the home so it doesn't look unsightly from the street. But this developer decides to put them near the street. Yeah, those are electricity boxes right there. And that's the only reason that sometimes the villages will lose power is they have those green boxes along the streets, even along Morse Boulevard and most of your major streets. And then somebody will fall asleep at the wheel or whatever, and they will drive into one of those boxes and it'll knock some power out. We very rarely lose power in the villages. Yeah, it's practical. It just makes maintenance easier. So if something happens, the contractor can come in here, park his truck right along the street and walk up and fix something. And I occasionally see that happening along the streets. But some developers don't like these electrical boxes in the front of the home because they're unsightly. So they will put these boxes in the backs of the home. But then the utility workers don't like it because they park the truck here and then they have to ask the homeowner to go behind the house. So that's why they're putting them in the front. I believe that is electricity as well. I think the box behind it, this one, if I recall, I think that is like your internet, your cable TV. And I think that's electricity. And those big green ones are electricity as well. But overall, the electrical system in the villages is really good. I think in the 2.5 years I've been here, I think we've lost power maybe 3 times. And usually it's only for an hour or two at most. So the electricity is real reliable, even in the hurricanes. I have never lost electricity due to a hurricane, at least in the northern part of the villages. Now, there are some villagers that live in the south, especially those in Lake County in the south. I forgot what those villages are called down there, Dabney. I heard that they lose power periodically because they're on a different power system. They're on the, I think, Leesburg power system. And if you're living in Lake County, those residents tend to lose power more often. This is the gate on the road. Well, that gate leads into the Hacienda Hills Golf Club. That's a golf club right there with the ceramic tile shingles. It's also a maintenance building. That's a maintenance building on the right. That's the golf club on the left. And they don't want residents to just drive through here and drive right through into the maintenance area. So this essentially is considered a dead-end street. But they have these gates on here for, I think, maybe fire reasons. They can open it up in case there's, I don't know, a community fire. But I will show you. That is a maintenance building right there, friends. And over there is the golf club right there. So they just don't want this street to be through street. They don't want traffic to come through here. Is that what it is? I know some of the residents during Hurricane Milton, some of the residents in like the old section, Orange Blossom Gardens across the highway, across the US 441, I think they lost some power as well. I think they're on a different power company. Most of the villages is in Sumter County, and most of the villagers are served by SECO Energy, S-E-C-O. They're the power company. They're actually located, the main office is located in Sumterville, I think it's called. It's on the southern part of the villages. SECO Energy, in my opinion, is really good. They're very fast, they're very responsive. If there are power outages, within an hour or two, they're up and running again. Some of the other parts of the villages, like Orange Blossom Gardens, I think they're served under a different energy company, and they tend to lose power more often during storms and things like that. But if you're served by SECO Energy, there's a good chance you're not going to lose power during a hurricane. I think SECO Energy is awesome. You can see people are milling around. I think that home there is pending. And they're power washing that home right there. I know some of my subscribers were wondering about the tire marks on the driveway. I think it was last week. They had a contractor in here. They were power washing the driveways. But because they have so many contractors in here, they have trucks and they're turning their trucks around in these driveways. I think the villages will clean these again, but I'm not sure. It's a beautiful day in the villages, I'll tell you that right now. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Power washer central right there. Power washing everything. Oh yeah. I know the builder makes a lot of concessions. That I know for a fact, that the builder will make a lot of concessions, not only with residents who buy homes, but with the community development districts as well. So if there is something out of the ordinary that happens within a community development district, i.e. sinkhole, a lot of times the administration of the community development district will approach the developer and ask for them to help out. And a lot of times they do get help. That's the beauty of the developer. When odd, extraordinary things happen, the developer usually helps out in some way, form, or fashion. And I think sometimes the developer gets too much bad press for some of the things they don't do, but they don't get enough good press for some of the things that they do that people don't even know about behind the scenes. And the developer does a lot of good things behind the scenes to make sure these communities are beautiful and the residents are happy. It's like anything in life, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you don't squeak, you're not going to get help, you're not going to get relief. And I think the villages is probably the poster child of that. If you don't like something, make some noise, chances are you will get some relief. That is my advice, especially if you're buying new. Here we are, Hacienda Hills Golf Club. The Palms course. The Palms course, that golf cart path will take you underneath Morse Boulevard. And on the other side of Morse Boulevard is the Palms course, I believe. Let's take a walk over there, I'll show you. I got nothing better to do. It's Sunday morning. It was cold last night. I think it got down to around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It's warming up today though. 2 pickleball courts, Cordova Postal Center, and a family swimming pool. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that comment. The comments flash on my screen and disappear. So if I'm not responding, it's because I didn't see the comment or I saw it too late. Good Sunday morning, Amanda. That's going to be too busy, Walter. What's going to be too busy? I don't understand. What's going to be too busy, Walter? I did notify the area. If you want busy area, live in the south. I think the southern part of the villages. Good morning, how are you? Sea Fry. Smell of fresh air. If you want busy, move to the southern part of the villages. You're gonna see busy down there. There is a lot and a lot and a lot of people down there in the south. There are very few executive golf courses down there. And I just dropped my There's fewer swimming pools in the south. There are fewer executive golf courses in the south. There are fewer shopping centers in the south. There are fewer retail restaurants in the south. If you want to talk about busy, let's start talking about busy in the south. Here, this location is located 5 minutes, hello, good morning, 5 minutes from Spanish Springs Town Square that way. And just on the other side of Spanish Springs Town Square is all your shopping on US 441. Michigan, Amanda Hood. Yeah, I agree, the golf carts for sure. Anytime you live on a golf course, there's gonna be golf carts morning, noon, and night. You can't believe how many people tool around the villages on a golf cart at night. Usually it's not residents, usually it's their guests that are charging around. It's the beauty of the snowbirds. When the snowbird season hits, things start moving and shaking at all hours. During the off season, when the full-timers are here, the community gets real quiet and peaceful. When the snowbirds come in, it's different. I might lose signal. I'm in a golf cart tunnel. This is underneath Morse Boulevard. Any suggestions on a lifestyle visit? She might be staying in the new accommodation homes in Well Point. Did they tell you if you're going to be staying in Well Point? I just did a video yesterday about the accommodation homes in Well Point. 4 days. Where are you going to be staying? Sea Fry? There are, you don't know yet. That's kind of how my lifestyle visit was in 2021. They weren't sure where I was going to stay until like the day before or something. They weren't sure if I was going to stay at the Atwood Villas. I ended up staying at the Christopher Villas in DeLuna, but I didn't know that until like the day before. Walter says call him, you should know 7 days in advance. It's good advice. This is the Palms course of the Hacienda Hills. This looks like a Scottish Links type of course. Look at all the undulations, all the hills. This is gorgeous. You stayed at the Christopher, Walter? Christopher Villas? That is some of the medical facilities. Oh, you were in the first ones in the villas in the Well Point? Really? I would imagine that C. Fry is going to stay in Well Point. I was just there yesterday doing a video on the Victoria Villas, which are also lifestyle stay homes, but they're patio villas. And I talked to a gentleman there that works for the villages. He said those patio villas, lifestyle stay, are going to be ready for occupancy in the next couple of weeks. Yes. Yeah, those I think are Courtyard Villa homes, if I remember right, or are they designer homes? I did a video on that neighborhood too. It's called the neighborhood of Well Point, in the village of Well Point. It's right next to the new model homes, which I did a video on. I released that this morning. 56 new model homes on Rusa Run and V8lla, I think. Patio Villa. There are 2 accommodation neighborhoods down there that I did not do videos on yet. There's actually 4 accommodation neighborhoods down in Well Point. And in the middle of those accommodation neighborhoods are the 56 new model homes that is going to act as a quasi street of dreams. I did videos, walking videos on 2 of those accommodation neighborhoods. I did the Well Point neighborhood and the Victoria Villa neighborhood, but there are 2 others. And soon I will bring you videos on those 2 other neighborhoods as well. These guys are getting ready to tee off. This is quite a hill. Oh my God. I'm getting a workout today, friends. There's a tee box up here. Quiet on the tee box. I didn't see that comment, sorry. I feel like I'm on top of the world here. Here's an e-bike. That's another thing you see in the villages. Everybody's driving their e-bikes on the golf cart paths. They're actually called multimodal paths. And you can pretty much drive any vehicle you want on these multimodal paths. E-bikes, skateboards. It's kind of frustrating for those that drive golf carts because you got people walking on them. Here, look at this. You got those types of people in front of you. Yeah, I like bluefin. And if you get behind people like that on a golf cart path, it's going to slow you down. Is this the highest point in the villages? I don't know. It feels like it. I know the highest point in Florida is down in Claremont, Florida, which is about 40 miles south of here. That is the highest point in Florida. The highest point in the villages, I didn't realize there were hills up in this area. Yeah, bluefin is good. It depends on if you want to eat in the villages or outside the villages. There's a lot of good restaurants outside the villages. If you're talking inside the villages, the Chop House at Sumter Landing, some of the items are good. They don't have the best steaks though. It's a steak restaurant, but I don't think they have the best steaks. But down in Brownwood, I like bluefin. What's the other one down there that's like right across the street from Bluefin? I think it's owned by the same owner. Bluefin, Harvest. I think the other one is Harvest. They have pretty similar quality foods. But when I go to Brownwood, which is rarely, I like bluefin. I should have my GPS here to see what elevation I'm at. How nice is this? If you're on a lifestyle stay, what do you do? If you're on a lifestyle stay, you're probably here to buy a home, so you're going to want to tour the areas. If you want new homes, you're probably going to be touring Water's Edge, Well Point, Shady Brook. But unfortunately, in the south, there's nothing that's real close to you. There's not a lot of restaurants near you. You're going to have to drive your car quite a distance to get to Brownwood or any type of restaurant or shopping. That's the number one complaint that I hear from people who buy in the south, is that shopping and restaurants are too far away. I just talked to an individual yesterday that bought a home in Citrus Grove. He said that shopping and restaurants are too far away. I would go to all town squares if I'd be you, if I was on a lifestyle visit. Visit Sumter Landing, visit Spanish Springs, visit Brownwood, visit Sawgrass Grove. But you're going to want to spend a lot of time if you're going to buy a new home in the south and look at the areas. Unfortunately, all the areas in the south, like Water's Edge and Well Point, they all look the same. They all look like you're living on the moon. Very few trees, flat land. And what people don't realize living down there is it gets really, really hot here in the summertime. Where are you going to go for relief if you're out and about in the summertime? When I'm out and about here in the summertime on my golf cart, if I'm doing walk and talks, I get hot, I just walk over there and stand under a tree. In the south, there are no trees to stand under. You're going to get warm living in the south. That's my advice. Very little relief from the sun. It's going to take 10 years, 15 years for trees to grow. I think that's why people like living in the Fenny area. There's more trees. And and believe me, if you're gonna be a full-timer here, you're gonna want relief when you're out and about. Your only relief in the south is your home from the heat. In the north, I can drive all over and I can take a rest underneath a tree and get away from the sun. You will learn that that is going to be valuable to you someday. That's just my opinion. Like, I was doing videos about the Marbella villas for 2 or 3 months now, and some of those days it was extremely hot. And when I wanted relief, rather than going in my car and turning the air conditioner on, I stood under these trees. Relief from the sun is a scarce commodity in the villages. Just keep that in mind. It gets very warm in the summertime here. Don't discount that. That's all I'm saying. Here I am. It's been... You can hear the crows. There's a lot of crows here in the villages. Lots of them. Oh, there's the crow right up there. They're all over here. Awesome. Again, thank you for watching my videos. I feel blessed. Didn't think my channel would grow this fast. Didn't think so many people would watch my videos. And let me know in the comments under the videos what you like or dislike about them. Let me know what kind of content you want me to bring you. I'm just trying to think of the content I would have liked to see when I was living in the north and looking at moving to the villages. And that's the kind of content I'm bringing you. And I also enjoy the home building process. I always did. I always like walking around on job sites where new homes are being built. I like to understand how they're being constructed. So that's the reason I'm bringing you the content I'm bringing you. I feel more comfortable with it. I know people are asking me to do restaurant reviews. I'm not real good at that. And to me, all the food quality within the villages is about the same. It's not great. I think the restaurants, most of the restaurants here in the villages are mediocre. There are some that stand out though, like Bluefin. That's a little better than the rest, but the rest of them are all pretty much the same, in my opinion. That's why I really don't do restaurant reviews, because I'd give every restaurant I go to a mediocre grade. But there are some restaurants outside the villages that are really good that a lot of people don't know about. So those I try to bring to you. Like the barbecue restaurant on Highway 42. I did a review on that. They have really good beef brisket barbecue. I wouldn't call Florida the connoisseur capital of the world. There's not a lot of great food to be found in Florida. I'll just be honest with you. Don't move to Florida if you want good food. That's my advice. It's all mediocre food here, especially the quality of the beef. It's not like it is in the north. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. You come to the villages to live, you come to the villages to be active. That's my opinion. You come to the villages to have opportunities to do a lot of different things. And that's what the villages offers more than the other retirement communities. You'll never get bored here. If you get bored here, you have a problem. He's still, oh, there he's power washing the driveway. There's that machine that I was talking about. See, he is power washing the driveway. You're getting the tire marks off that driveway. Now he's just got 23 more homes to do. How long do you think it'll take him to do that? So just to summarize these homes, there were 24 homes built. I see 11 homes that are listed as pending. That means there's 13 homes that need to be sold yet. I do believe that tomorrow is Monday. They are going to list some more homes for sale. I do not know how many. These homes are all tilt wall constructed, meaning they have concrete walls made in the factory, shipped to the job site, lifted into place by a crane. All these homes have quartz countertops. They all have composite plank flooring in areas, and some of them have carpeting, especially in the bedrooms. These homes are located in Sumter County. Sumter County has, I think, the most favorable tax rate of the 3 counties that the villages resides in. The other 2 counties are Marion County and Lake County. These homes don't have any bonds on them. No bonds. That's what makes these homes special and unique. It's a brand new home without a bond. The bond is a fee that you pay annually on your property tax bill for 30 years. It pays for the infrastructure of these communities. It pays for the roads, pays for the sewers, pays for the curbs. And I think that's a hidden benefit. Remember earlier in this live stream, I said the developer doesn't get credit for contributing and making concessions. I think the fact that these homes have no bond is an example of the developer contributing and making a concession. All of these infrastructure costs are being absorbed, and I think the developer is absorbing them. Because the prices of these homes are comparable to what you find in the South. So I don't think the developer is increasing the price of the homes to compensate for the infrastructure costs. I think the developer is absorbing the infrastructure costs in this community. And I don't think the developer is getting enough credit for that. So these homes have no bonds, and the bonds are essentially a fee you pay on your property tax bill each year. You submit that fee to the county you live in. The county collects it and passes it through back to the developer. Actually, it passes it back to the community development district. So how it works is the developer develops this community. He sells the community to the community development district. The district goes to the market, takes out a bond, essentially gets a loan, and then that loan needs to be paid back. So all the residents, submit payments annually to the district. They take that money and they pay the loan back. They pay it off over 30 years. Each loan has a different interest rate. You can look up the bond amortization schedules on the Community Development District website, districtgov.org. And you can see what your bond amount is on your particular home in your particular district. The bond amounts vary from community to community, from home to home. What's the other thing I was going to say about these homes? Maintenance assessment fees. These homes are located in District Number 1. District Number 1 is a very established community development district. They have a very good balance sheet, from what I remember. And you can look up all the financial statements on the districtgov.org website, and you can see how solvent these districts are. And I think District Number 1 is a pretty solvent, very strong balance sheet kind of district. And their maintenance assessment fees, because of that, their maintenance assessment fees are reasonable. These maintenance assessment fees on these new homes are going to be somewhere in the $380 a year amount. If there's anybody on the live stream that lives in the South, let me know how much per year you're paying for maintenance assessment fees, because these homes are going to average around $380 a year. And I heard that in the South, the maintenance assessment fees are quite a bit higher. They also have bonds that are pretty high in the South as well. So that's the advantage of buying a home here. Your long-term costs, I think, are going to be a little lower here than in the South. Bottom line. What else is I going to mention about these homes? You got people milling around looking at these homes yet. I think you have sales agents taking people through these homes. Right there. There's a sales agent taking prospective customers through the home. So they're still selling. What are you waiting for? When are you going to move to the villages? What else did I want to say about these? Courtyard villas. Here's the community watch. Community Watch drives around and periodically will stop in and see what's going on in the community. They do not have the authority to act as a police officer, though. If they see crimes being committed in the villages, they will call the county sheriff. The Community Watch team, they just drive around and they look for suspicious things. They try to help people out as much as possible. And if there's a crime, they call the county sheriff, depending on the county you're in. Oh, somebody was asking me about cameras on one of my video comments. There's a lot of cameras in and around the villages. Security cameras, CCTV, whatever you want to call it. And the Community Watch Department is in charge of monitoring them. The Community Watch Department, their headquarters is, I think, on Bonita Drive. It's a little bit south of Sumter Landing. And they have a 24/7 call center. So when you see anything suspicious in the villages, you call the Community Watch team. There's a 24/7 call center, and they will take action. And if you see anything that's criminal, they will call the sheriff's office. And if you see something like a broken, I don't know, water pipe or something, you call the Community Watch, and they will call the Public Works Department of Works Department, and the Works Department will go out there and send a crew out and get it fixed. But the Community Watch team, they monitor all these cameras. The cameras are located at all the entrance gates. There's a bunch of cameras at each town square. I believe there are cameras along these roads like Morse Boulevard. I do not believe there are cameras in the residential communities. And one of my subscribers said he saw a camera at Sophie's Point, which is a new community in the south in Well Point. I didn't notice the camera when I was taking the video, but it won't surprise me if they are putting CCTV cameras in. A lot of these cameras are unbeknownst to the residents, and I know the villages doesn't want to release a lot of information about their security system and their security cameras because they don't want people to circumvent it. So there's a lot of mystery behind the security cameras within the villages, but there are a lot of them, and they do monitor them 24/7. That's about the only thing I can say about that. Some of the things the villages is very secretive about, those security cameras are one of them. There you have it from the Villa Marbella neighborhood. That's my live stream. Happy Sunday. I think I'm going to end my live now. I rambled enough. I appreciate everybody watching my videos, liking my videos, sharing my videos. I feel blessed, everybody. Thank you. And that is it from the Villa Marbella neighborhood. If you're interested in buying one of these homes, I think there are 13 more homes left to sell. I think some will go on the market tomorrow. The other thing I wanted to mention is I talked to the sales agent, the village's sales agent. They said how you buy one of these homes is you call the sales agent. If you're lucky enough to get your name drawn, it is kind of a lottery system. If you're lucky enough they draw your name for one of these homes, you put I think $2,500 down on a credit card immediately, and then I think you have 3 days to come up with 10% down payment, and then you have 30 days to close. If you don't close on the home in 30 days for whatever reason, you can't find the money, your mortgage company is slow, whatever, you lose your 10% down payment. That's what I was told. So if you're looking to buy one of these homes, if you put a down payment down, make sure that you can close on the home in 30 days or you lose your down payment. There you have it, friends. Happy Sunday. Take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in cyberspace.